Good morning, students. Welcome back to the TMPS online classes. I hope that you are studying. So, we'll be continuing with a new topic of economics for the commerce students. This is a special video basically made for the commerce students where we'll be discussing about the economics portion. Today, we'll be discussing about meaning and definition of economics. It is a very important chapter where we'll be studying about the topic which is economics, why it is necessary when we are studying something. The first and basic thing that arises in our mind is that what's the need of studying something? If we are studying something, there must be some fruitful thing for that thing. There should be some interesting facts that should be there for studying. Otherwise, what is the need of studying? So, in the same manner, today we'll be discussing what is the need of studying economics, what is economics, and how the economics came into existence. Now, let us start with the term economics. What is economics? Economics is basically a modern term that is being given to the working and management, production, consumption and management of wealth. So now, what is economics? Management of wealth, production, consumption. Now, once again, so what is economics? Economics is basically production. Production is changing something into a thing of utility. Next, what is consumption? Consumption means when the things are being produced, it is being produced for someone. When you are producing something, you have to sell it into the market now. Suppose when a person is producing something, when a book is being produced, it is being produced for a person who will be reading it. When some special dish is being produced, it is being produced for a person who will be purchasing and eating it. Suppose when you purchase vegetables from the market, you purchase it for the purpose of consumption. So consumption is basically getting the thing which is produced for self satisfaction. जब हम लोग कोई चीज खरीदते हैं और खुद के लिए यूज करते हैं और जब हम उसे पूरी तरह से यूज कर लेते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज कंजम्पशन. कंजम्पशन का मतलब केवल ये नहीं है कि खाना. इट इज नॉट कंजम्पशन. अभी आपने सोचा होगा कि दैट हमने एक जगह से चाट खरीदी, चाट खा ली, दैट इज कंजम्पशन. नो, कंजम्पशन बेसिकली मीन्स यूटिलाइजिंग द प्रोडक्ट फॉर अ प्रॉपर मैनर सो दैट योर वांट्स इज बीइंग सेटिस्फाइड. सिंपल. Suppose if I have this shirt, I am wearing this shirt. If I have purchased this shirt and wearing it, it is satisfying my want, it is covering my body, it is protecting me. So it is also a consumption. I am not eating it, I am not finishing it up by eating it. Correct? हम इसको खा के खत्म तो नहीं कर रहे, लेकिन उसके बावजूद ये हमें कुछ ना कुछ फायदा दे रही है, कुछ ना कुछ हमें हेल्प कर रहे. That is why it is known as consumption. Consumption is basically when a person wants to satisfy its wants. And next, a very important thing, management of wealth. Now what happened earlier, when we talk about the earlier sins, when the society did not have money, you know that money came into existence afterwards. Before the money was there was a system in the society. That was barter system. That system was barter system. What was barter system? Basically, barter system was when goods were exchanged for goods. What was barter system? When goods were exchanged for goods. When somebody wanted something, they have to give things for each other. Suppose अगर हमें कुछ चीज चाहिए, suppose अगर आप राइस बनाते हो और मेरे पास व्हीट है, हम दोनों को अगर व्हीट एंड राइस को एक्सचेंज करना है तो हमें कुछ राइस देना पड़ेगा, आप हमें कुछ व्हीट दो. That is barter system. There was no existence of money. So this system was not properly executed, as sometimes there was not a proper set of demand and measurement of value. Suppose if I want a horse, how can I say that 1 kg of wheat is enough for a horse? Correct? So that is why barter system was not correct, and due to some problems in barter system, it was replaced by money. Earlier there was animal money, then there was coins, now money are there in the printed currency notes. We'll be studying in different portion. So when we are talking about this barter system was over, then there was coming of existence of money. As money came into the market, as money came into the society, then the problem of management of money started. What happened that everybody wanted money and they had to spend that money in a proper manner to get the full satisfaction, and that money had to be properly managed. That's why there was a starting of a term which is known as economics. Economics dealt with proper value of production. Then when the production is being done, how to consume a product. And then finally when the consumption is being done, then there is management of wealth. I hope economics portion is clear. What is economics? Economics is dealing with the production, consumption and management of wealth. In simple words, you can say households are there. When the households are managing their expense, it is also known as economics. Suppose your mother, when your father gives her 10,000 rupees, suppose a father gives 10,000 rupees to mother and say that 1 month you have to manage all the expenses with this money. So what does mother do? Mother sometimes spends 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 200, 500. Sometimes she spends 1,000 and many times she saves money. What happens that she manages the money properly. That is also what she is doing. He is managing it in a proper manner. So it is a small example of economics, but when we are doing it on a society basis, on a country basis, on a city, on a world basis, that is known as economics on a larger sense. Now, how does economics came into power? Economics was first introduced in the modern times by a great economist who is known as the father of economics. His name is Sir Adam Smith. Sir Adam Smith wrote a book which is known as Wealth of a Nation. He wrote a book in which he explained all the meanings and everything which is related to economics, that is Wealth of Nation. In that book, he told about what is economics, what is the use of economics and everything. So the Adam Smith definition was given in the year 1776. In the year 1776. Basically, he gave wealth definition. Which definition he gave? Wealth definition. What was wealth definition? Basically, wealth definition means that all those people which are doing the work, they are doing it for earning money, and money only can satisfy their wants. All the things which can be valued in the terms of money, in the terms of commodities which are money or money worth. What is money worth? I have told you in the earlier video of commerce also that gold, silver, bullion, land, these all are considered to be money because they can be easily realized. So now what happens when a person is doing some work for getting satisfied and he is only concentrated in earning more and more material goods. Material goods means money, silver, gold, bullion, land, stock, goods for satisfaction of his or her wants. So this branch of economics basically deals that if the person has material goods, then welfare would automatically come. He is told that welfare is in a periphery condition. Periphery means outer world. Welfare would always come when there would be wealth. So he concentrated on the wealth definition of economics. That is why you can see on this diagram, in the center he had material goods, where he said that material goods are in the middle and the material welfare was at the periphery. Correct? Now, when you are studying about these things, when you are studying about this function, when you are studying about this work, now we'll be going on some features. In this, there was a very important feature that was known as economic man. This feature basically was an important question also. What is economic man? Economic man is a person who is working for earning material goods. If we are doing some work, we are doing it for earning wealth. If we are doing some work, some activity that is for earning money, that is why it is known as economic man phenomena. All those activities which are performed by a human being, by a person to satisfy his wants in the term of material goods, that is known as economic man. But later on, there was a criticism on the definition of Adam Smith. Adam Smith's definition did not consider welfare important. He told that welfare comes along with the material goods. So that is the criticism also. Criticism means a drawback of the wealth definition. Many times you say that he is the father of that economics, but he is having drawback in his definition. every definition has some of the things which is lagging behind. He is known as the father because for the first time he introduced economics to the general public. Now what happened? The drawback was that he ignored the material welfare of a particular person, of a society, and he only emphasized on the wealth. Now what happened? Alfred Marshall, he wrote a book which was known as Principles of Economics. He wrote this book in the 19th century, in the 1800s. He published this book. In this book, basically, he had a very important, the years mentioned here, you can see that. It is in the 19th century. It is basically 1800 something, that is known as 19th century. We understand it. So what happened under this definition, welfare. Welfare means, now he told that everybody who does work, he or she is doing work for satisfaction of their wants. But these wants have to be satisfied first. Earning wealth is only a medium to satisfy that want. अब देखिए what happened, थोड़ा सा change हो गया definition में. Earlier what happened, the Adam Smith definition told that we are earning only the wealth which can satisfy our welfare. But now what Alfred Marshall told, he told that everybody who is working, he is working to get welfare, and for that welfare he needs material goods, that is money. So in his definition what happened, material welfare came in the front and material goods go into the periphery, they पीछे चले. So what happened, that these two were contradictory to each other. What happened, the wealth definition was taken by capitalists. Capitalist persons are those persons which own and control the industries, and they want that maximum wealth should be generated. Now welfare definition was basically taken by the socialists. Socialists were the person who wanted welfare should be more and all the means of production should be owned and controlled by the government. Now this branch of economics also had some problems. Now what problems was Alfred Marshall having? He did not lay more emphasis on the material goods. Second, he did not lay emphasis upon the needs of the particular person, and he did not cover that needs have to be satisfied and all the needs cannot be satisfied. One thing you should always remember, needs, wants are basically unlimited and resources are always limited. आज आपके पास 500 रुपीज होगा तो आपको 1000 चाहिए, 1000 होगा तो 2000 चाहिए, 10,000 हो जाएगा तो 10,000 चाहिए, 10,000 हो जाएगा तो 10 lakh चाहिए. The wants are unlimited but the resources are limited. So what happened, another set of definition which is known as scarcity definition. Scarcity definition which is also given given by Lionel Robinson. Lionel Robinson gave the definition of scarcity, which is basically told that economics is a study which first of all tells us the things are limited but the wants are unlimited. Correct? So we should have a priority list. What is priority list? He told that every person has a limited set of earnings. Suppose if I earn 20,000 rupees, when I am earning 20,000 rupees, I should arrange my wants in such a manner that the wants which are at the top, which are most important, such as fooding, clothing, rent, house rent, bicycle, motorcycle expenses, and then my luxuries should be there, such as mobile phone purchase of an air conditioner, refrigerator, washing machine. So what happens that I have to arrange all the things which I require according to a priority. That is known as a priority list. That list was basically suggested by Lionel Robinson. He told that every economy has a scarcity. None of the person in this world has a capability that he can say I have all the things which I want. Nobody. Take example of Mukesh Ambani. When he is a billionaire, trillionaire, but can you say that he is satisfied? No, he is earning more and more money. He wants more and more. Bill Gates, he is one of the richest man of the world, but is he satisfied? No, he is working more harder. He wants more money. So scarcity definition states that every person has its wants which are unlimited, but the resources are limited. So we should have a priority list according to our needs, and the needs which are very important, they should be placed at the top, and if the money is left, then we should be moving down towards the table. Now, next is a very important and the last definition of this chapter, that is the growth definition. What is the growth definition? Basically what happened, you know, economics is evolving. Economics is a science which is dynamic. Why I am saying economics is a science? Because it is changing but having a fixed set of rules and regulations. What happens that now as the things are evolving, so Lord Samuelson gave the growth definition of economy, where he told that the growth is a very important parameter of an economy as well as an individual. If somebody is working, he or she is working for their growth. अगर आप काम कर रहे हैं तो आप अपनी ग्रोथ के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, तो ग्रोथ कैसे होगा? Suppose when we take an example of an industry. So when an industry is there, so we should always have one very important thing, that we should save in our economy. Saving कैसे होगी? Income minus expenditure. When you are talking about saving, how is the saving would be done? Suppose somebody is earning 50,000 a month and he is saving 10,000. Suppose 40,000 is spent, so 50,000 minus 40,000, 10,000 is the saving. So Lord Samuelson said that if the growth of an economy of an individual has to be done, then first thing should be saving. First thing what the person or in the country should do, he or she should be saving, or the country should be saving. Next, what the saving should be done? Now the saving should be further invested for more production. What happens? Suppose if you have idle money, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, you do not keep in a bank. You just do not keep in a locker. You keep it in an instrument which is more fruitful to you. You go and purchase gold, you purchase silver. Many times when you are talking about it, industrialists, they save the money, profit which is being earned and invested further. So what happened? Production increases. When production increases, more profit increases, more growth is there. So in the same manner, Lord Samuelson told that first thing in an economy should be saving. Saving can be done by spending less, and saving can be a difference of income over expenditure. When the people would be saving more, then they can have more investments. More investments would lead to more production. When more production would be there, then more income again would be generated, and in this manner the growth of the country and of the individual would be there. So in this chapter basically we studied about what is economics, what is the meaning of economics, barter system, everything. You should go through this video once again. You should understand these terms, that is very important to you. Then we'll be doing the question and answers. If you like this video, please press a like button, okay, and subscribe to this channel, that is TMPS Group. Okay, thank you.